So last week, a banker sent me a pretty odd deal. It was for this alpaca petting zoo that also was an Airbnb, that also was a wedding chapel in Las Vegas for $400,000. Now, I wanted to pass right on the spot until I saw how much cash flow this business generated. And it had me thinking, what are some of the weirdest and most profitable businesses that I could buy today? So now I'm hooked and I want to challenge myself to find 4 businesses, and by the end of this video, we are going to find the weirdest business to buy and submit an offer on. But it can't just be weird, because we have a very strict set of rules, aka our investment criteria. Starting with number 1, it has to be weird. Then 2, it has to be profitable. And 3, it has to be recession resilient. And then number 4, it needs to be AI proof, meaning AI is not gonna put me out of business next year. So with that, let's fly over to Arizona and let's check out this haunted house business on sale for $59,000. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm the biggest chicken when it comes to haunted houses, but I'm not a chicken when it comes to cash flowing businesses. So putting the feelings aside, let's focus on the art of if this is a good or bad business. And this is, as you can see, it does $72,000 of revenue and $31,000 of cash flow. That's pretty impressive. But wait, this is crazy. It says this East Valley staple has seen a 60% revenue increase over the last 3 years. Demand for getting spooked has increased by 60% over the last 3 years. I wonder what's driving that. But more importantly, this seems to be like a pretty affordable business for like everyday people. Granted, this isn't one of those multi-million-dollar businesses. If you have $59,000 or even less with SBA financing, seller financing, you actually could go out and potentially acquire this business with very little money up front. But let's measure up to our investment criteria, starting with weird. Yes, 100%. People getting in costumes and spooking people, I think that is very, very weird. Number 2, is this business profitable? I would say yes, because this company is sitting at a 43% cash flow margin, meaning you take the annual cash flow that the business is generating, the $31,000, and you divide that by the annual revenue, the $72,000. And that is a pretty healthy margin just for some spooks. But let's check out recession resilience. When times are bad, aka financial crisis, are people going to go get spooked? Now look, this isn't an essential service, and I don't think when times are bad, people are looking to spend their very last dollars on getting spooked. So for this one, I will actually put a dink in the criteria because I don't think this one is recession resilient. And then lastly, AI proof. Look, haunted houses thrive because of the personalities of the people that are working at those haunted houses, not really robots. So I don't think AI in the near term or even medium term is going to replace the human necessity of delivering spooks. All right, and then last one is not really a piece of the criteria, but a little pet peeve. This business doesn't have a real moat, meaning it doesn't have anything that's structurally there to prevent others from competing with them, primarily because literally you or me could go up and open our own haunted house, getting some space, hiring some interns, high schoolers or college kids, put on a costume, and then go out and scare people. So barriers to entry are relatively low, and that's not good for an investment. Moving on. So flying all the way to Florida, we found ourselves an online magic shop that has been around for over 20 years. And it is doing $500,000 of fake money. You get it? Magic, fake. And this business is for sale for $375,000. And it's profitable. Let's check this out. Okay, so if I want to turn Kenny Finance into a musician, I would want to buy this business. So they're providing everything from card magic, comedy magic, juggling, clown supplies, coins, jokes, fire magic, escapes, flower magic, Christmas magic. Wow. This is the backbone of the magic industry. And this business has been around since 1966. That's impressive. Let me see if this works. We're gonna do like a magic trick to get you all to subscribe to the channel. Wow. Let's see if that works. No? Well, at least you liked the video, and let me get back to the numbers. All right, back to the numbers and the investment criteria. Is this business weird? I'd argue yes, because I think magic is completely fake, and how is a business doing $500,000 of revenue in something that's fake? So something's off about this. I think it's weird, but it checks the box. Number 2, is this profitable? This business is doing $500,000 of revenue and $120,000 of cash flow. That is 20% plus cash flow margins off of fake magic. And then 3, recession proof. I'd argue yes. Why? Because they're selling mostly to magicians and other folks that are in that space, and regardless of if it's COVID or if it's good times or bad times, people still want to somewhat be entertained, and I think folks that are in that value chain need to have their equipment and supplies. I'm still bullish. And then lastly, AI proof. I would say yes, because until we have AI robots from Tesla starting to do David Blaine style tricks, people are still gonna trust human magicians. But let's keep it moving. Let me try this again for the subscription. So we're hopping on our horse, we're getting in our wagon, and we're venturing all the way to Montana to find a 90-year-old saloon. So if you ever wanted to live like that Western cowboy cowgirl style lifestyle from Red Dead Redemption, I think this is the closest that you could ever get for only $750,000. I mean, look at this. It literally looks like it is fresh from Westworld or something. It has fish and game licenses. I mean, it even has like this backyard concert setup thing. Kind of cool. Haha, check out Kenny Finance headlining the Montana Music Fest. Oh, no signatures, no signatures. Security, security, calm them down, calm them down. So outside of their main stage, they also have a long-standing community establishment here. Topless Tuesdays, August 8th. They really know how to cater to their audience here. And lousy food. Fascinating. And porta potties. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. All right. I don't know what that is. And a trailer. We don't know what they're doing back there, but seems like a good business. Great business opportunity. But let's talk about our investment criteria. Is this weird? 100%. Number two, is it profitable? I don't know. They don't give us any financials. That's kind of a red flag, so they're dinked for that. Then number three, is it recession resilient? I'd argue so. Regardless if Nvidia is up 100% or down 50%, I think people are still showing up for Topless Tuesdays. And then lastly, AI proof. I'd argue so. Because unless we get those Tesla robots that are serving at diners, serving people drinks, I don't think AI is touching this one in Montana. But let's check out this next listing. So as you can see, we went through three distinct, pretty weird, but available businesses you can go out and buy. Now I'll be honest, none of these really knocked my socks off, you know? Mainly on the profitability and the recession resilience point, which is kind of essential for private equity investors. But I think this next one just might work a little bit of magic and convince me to want to submit an offer on one of these weird businesses. Ooh. We're ditching the horses, people, because we found a way better mode of transportation, and we're going all the way to Illinois to check out a reindeer ranch. I think I'm honestly in love with this business. I mean, just look at this. Reindeer ranch, real life reindeers. It's pretty expensive, $1.5 million. I'm gonna need a few side hustles to afford that. But, I mean, you can't not pay up for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? But wait, look at this. This business is doing $500,000 of revenue, and it has 60,000 visitors per year, 23 Alaskan reindeer, I wonder which one is Rudolph, and 5 buildings included with the purchase. And it's been around for literally 30 years. I love cash flowing businesses. But putting the Midwest North Pole and the reindeers aside, there is one stat that I found in here that will make any private equity investor drool at the mouth for this business opportunity. Check out the cash flow margins. This business is doing $350,000 of cash flow each year on $500,000 of revenue. That is almost a 73% cash flow margins. That is best in class across everything. All right, let's go to our criteria. Is this thing weird? Heck yeah. Matter of fact, it's even cool. Number two, is it profitable? Like I said, 73% margins is best in class, especially for these type of attraction and tourism oriented businesses. And then three, is it recession resilient? I'd argue so. In good times or bad, folks are still watching Christmas movies. And if you do have a local attraction that families can go visit in the holiday time, I think that's a big win for a business, especially even if it's a little seasonal like this company. And then lastly, AI proof. Look, AI and quantum engineering have nothing on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The impact and the brand equity that that young gentleman has on households across the entire world is immeasurable. With or without AI, folks are still going to be obsessed with reindeers. But which one are we going to be submitting an offer for, ladies and gentlemen? Drum roll, please. Taking a look at the haunted house, the online magic shop, the Topless Tuesday Saloon in Montana, or the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Ranch. We will be inquiring about submitting an offer on the Reindeer Ranch. Let's go! But that's just my opinion. Let me know down below which one you would actually be investing in. And if you have any other ideas of a super weird business, let me know, because that might be featured in part 2. All right, I'm gonna try this magic thing again. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the community and check us out on our live streams. And I think YouTube says you might like this next video. If not,